by my relationship. And that's something that I'm being completely honest about. But it was just like, okay, like I'm going to keep working hard. I'm going to keep doing what I do because my hard work will eventually overshadow that. So it's like, there's only so much of a secret we can keep. Because at that point, then we're being inauthentic. We can't be pulled up to the club separately.
No social media. Wasn't no cameras back in the days. You could sneak around and do whatever. You can't do that shit.
What was y'all doing back in the days? That's what I want to know.
There's a lot of shit going on. There's a whole. I don't even remember what happened back in the days. That shit. That's a different type of. Let me ask you something. So I googled because you obviously, you light skinned, you're beautiful. I want to see your parents, and you got some beautiful. Like your father looked like Carmelo Anthony, and your mother looked like straight beautiful, right?
Thank you.
So your father's black and your mom's Filipino.
She's Filipino and Chinese.
Filipino and Chinese. Did being an interracial baby, did that ever come up apart? Maybe when you were around family or anything like that?
It was very difficult because my black side is hella outgoing, and then my Filipino side is hella traditional, strict, quiet unless it's karaoke playing. So it's like I had to learn how to balance the two groups because I felt like on one side I'm too extreme, and the other side I might be too quiet. So it's just like I learned that just by being myself, there was no conflictions. That's why I learned how to just be happy with just being biracial and just owning two parts of my culture.
That's beautiful. I'm Cuban and Puerto Rican. And
okay, I know that's right.
In New York, I grew up more with my Puerto Rican side of family. But I always identify as Cuban and Puerto Rican, but I ain't gonna lie, it was more like an 80% Puerto Rican, 20% Cuban, because the Cubans, was spread out. But, I'm always proud to say, you know what I'm saying, where my parents come from and who inspired you? What artists you coming up? And I'm gonna tell you this question here, right? Seems to be harder for females than men because this is the type of shit to start wars and all that. Because women, for some reason, they and they don't really want to say who inspired them, who paved the way. I see that a lot in rap females. So I'm giving you the dance floor to say, who are some of the people who opened the door for you?
Well, I'm ready to dance, and I always say, who inspired me. So in high school, I know who are tapped in right now. I love LimeWire. When it came to downloading all my songs, I downloaded a whole bunch of Nicki, and I downloaded a whole bunch of Remy Ma. Like their mixtapes was everything to me. And what I love about what I'm doing is like, I didn't have no West Coast girl to look up to. All the girls were like East Coast, down south. Shout out to Trina. So it was just kind of like, I'm happy that I'm able to represent for the West. But in high school, I love me some Trina. I love me some Nicki. And I love me some Remy Ma.
Wow, that's a beautiful. Give it up like that. You from the Bay Area, so you was one of them crazy girls I would watch on World Star with the hyphy and all that Ghost Riding Whip. Was you doing that shit? Like, was you out there like?
No, when it
Saweetie Ghost Riding Whip.
Oh my God! So when it comes to me and my family, like I love doing all that crazy shit. I haven't been able to Ghost Ride the Whip yet because every time I'm about to go, one of my aunties or my uncles drags me out of the car because people really die. But you feel me? Like I'm low key Harley Quinn, so I don't be tripping like that. But it's just like people do. But I would love to Ghost Ride the Whip one day with all safety hazards, hazarding. So one day I'm gonna do that. But I was definitely going dumb. If you see my birthday weekend, you see how I get down with my family. It's always a party.
Listen, I saw the birthday weekend and I saw the birthday Birkin. Hey.
Birkin. Hey.
Yeah. Sweetie, every time I look at your Instagram, you're like, boom, pow, boom, boom, boom. Like, was you always like that, outgoing or a shy person?
So when it comes to like other people, other groups, I wouldn't say I'm shy, I'm quiet, but when it comes to my family, I've always been like, just ride.
Yeah, I know that. And I remember when I first heard about, I've heard about you through Chanel, my daughter, everybody, they knew you from before you was even, when you was just coming up. So,
right.
So I knew about you since day one. And but it was interesting how I really learned about you musically was through Gabrielle Union. So Gabrielle pulled me to the side and she was like, "Yo, there's a girl out here. Her name is Saweetie, and she's my cousin." And I said, "Yo, Gabrielle, like you was just heating up, like you was it was just heat." And I was like, girl's on fire. Like she about to be something." She's like, "For real?" She said, "My family keeps." I said, "Yo, she about to be something." Like, you started heating up. Tell me about Gabrielle Union. Did you know her before you was fake? Did you know she was your cousin?
So that's my dad's cousin, and like at family functions when we would have our family reunion, I was like the little girl. She was like the superstar, so I was always like shy around her. Fast forward, I went to college, kind of lost contact for a little bit. And everybody kept telling me to tell Zaytoven, Gabrielle, anybody who I was related to or knew in the music industry, they told me to let them know. But I have so much pride, so I didn't want to tell nobody. So when she found out I was rapping, she was like, "Girl, why didn't you tell me?" But it was just like I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it on my own.
She was so excited for you. I'm sure she is now. But I'm telling you, behind your back, she was talking to me like, "Yo, Joe, and my cousin, she about to do her thing." And I was like, "I know her." Like I was like, "I literally know her. She's fire. She's this." And that was that was a beautiful thing.